This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Big O, there's a lot of talk about the need for Tua to get the ball out under 3 seconds and not to improvise. In the playoffs against great defenses, QBs were making plays off script, holding the ball. Yep, Sean, that's right. That's why Tom Brady has all the titles. That's why Joe Montana won 4. Peyton Manning won 2. Drew Brees won 1. Let me see, any more statues that we can talk about? It's all a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. So that's all. So I'll just crush anybody that comes up with stupid shit like that. So if anybody's telling you that, and if you're following it, I feel bad for you. Okay? Tua can win from the pocket. You don't have to make plays. Marino won from the pocket. Lots of guys can win from the pocket, and they don't have to run around or do anything of that nature. If you're smart enough, if you can read defenses and react quickly, you know exactly what routes are going to open. And if you have anticipatory skills, which he has plenty of, if you have accuracy, which he has plenty of, if you know ball placement, which he is exceptional at, you will be completely fine, dude. Okay? Lots of statues. In fact, the bust in Canton, okay, moves better than Dan Marino. All right? Peyton Manning's bust in Canton will move better than him. So will Drew Brees's. So will Tom Brady when he gets in. Their busts have more movement than the quarterbacks. No matter what you say, you can win from the pocket. Look at Pat Mahomes. He got that leg injury, and he's had to win from the pocket more often than not. And then what happens when you run? He got pushed out of bounds, and that could have been another injury. Oh, here you go. Sean, I'm glad you brought it up. I got more ammunition to show you that anybody that tells you off script and all that, they're full of crap and they don't know what they're talking about because they're caught in the moment and all that stuff. But they don't. It's kind of like Marcel Louis-Jacques. You know, we love the youngster, but he's a youngster. He's all off script, all that. Yeah, down the line we'll get there. 20 years. But for now, the statue wins, dude. Statue wins all the damn time. So Brian Beane is the GM for the Buffalo Bills. So I was reading this morning that he has one criticism for Josh Allen. And it's the same thing I've been pointing out for a while now. There's only one thing I'd get on him, and it's he gets too many bruises on him. We've got to work on taking less hits. That's the only reason I'm ever going to criticize Josh is take less hits. And that's a big bad boy. And of course you want him to take less hits. Why? Because this NFL will break you in half. And eventually, I'm just waiting for the day Josh Allen will be out for the season at one point. I'm not wishing injury on him. I'm just telling you it's the inevitable. You want to run that much? You want to take on contact? Yeah. Then you're going to pay the price soon enough. So, along with being sacked 33 times and taking hits in the passing game, Allen was Buffalo's leading rusher with 762 yards on 124 carries. It's the second year in a row he has topped the 120 carry mark. Okay? And his style of play does not really lend him to sliding much or giving himself up. So while you are talking about, hey, let's be more dynamic and off script and all that, here's Brian Beane saying, I want you to win more from the pocket. Joe Flacco couldn't move. He won from the pocket. Trent Dilfer couldn't move. Won from the pocket. Nick Foles really wasn't much of a scrambler. The year they won, from the pocket. Most of the championships are won from the pocket. Still, to this day. you know? So, and Joe Burrow runs out of pure desperation. It's not part of his game. He just will run for 5 or 6 yards or whatever because he had no freaking choice. But he is playing for the pocket most of the time. Because that's what Joe Burrow is. He's a pocket passer. Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, those guys, those guys are ad-lib guys. I get it. Mahomes is an ad-lib guy. But Mahomes is so good accuracy-wise that he can live from the pocket. So as Mahomes gets older and loses his legs and the mobility and the burst that he needs, he will survive. Why? Because he can live from the pocket. I'd rather live from the pocket. You will play longer in your career if you live from the pocket. And it's very doable to win and win a lot from that position.
This is the